We are Taylor, Caleb, and Frankie, and we're turning this 1995 International School Bus into our home. You know we're back with another update. Officially starting day 1 of the weekend. So it turns out not all bus days start out at the bus. We had some wood that needed cutting down first in order to get done what we needed to next. So we started out measuring to see where we needed to cut the 2x4s first. And then while he was cutting it down, I got out this countertop that we're going to be using and started to clean it up. We're all about refurbishing over here. Back to cutting and loading it up. And I think everyone has to take a slow motion video of their new power tools in use. And we were using this saw to just cut them down to 2x2s. While he was cutting it, I was loading it into the car. We also decided to cut down some wood for our walls too. Quick stop, of course we were hungry. Now we finally made our way to the bus, and I just had to try this out first and foremost before anything because I was so eager to get these insulation boards up in the top of the bus. So here's the moment of truth. We were trying to get these insulation boards stuck up there with that new adhesive that we were trying. Then I went back to going ahead and getting the other insulation strips put on because the middle one didn't stick, and I knew those side ones would. We were really just moving along on the ceiling. We had some of the right side done at this point, and then we just had the left side, but we needed more 2x2s, so I went out to the car to get them. Of course, Frankie, Eddie, Bobby had to help me. He wasn't too much help carrying him up the stairs though. That boy loves his 2x2s. And we're checking in to see how things were going, and they were going pretty smoothly. Now as you can see in the middle here, we did attempt something new with the insulation. And here I'm starting to get really confident about it. Yeah, I was wondering how long it was going to take me to notice too. But the rest of it felt really strong, so I figured if I stuck it up there, it would end up sticking, so I moved on to the next piece. So we have a quick update on the ceiling insulation. So last time we couldn't really get them to stick because the stuff that we was using just was not working at all. So this is the stuff we was using before, so if you think it's going to hold your insulation on your ceiling and you're using this insulation, it's not going to if you're building a schoolie.
Unless you want to sit there for
Yeah, I don't know. Probably would if you had something to hold it like this, but we only have this one improvised because we were recommended this by his papa, and so far we have one up. We just have been like, we let it sit there for a little bit, hold it up. We held it up like that. And so far it seems to be holding. So we're gonna try to get the rest of these insulation boards put in the middle and finish getting these 2x2s down the side. Little update on that. We are all the way back here. Just a couple more rows to go, and then we will have this side to do and get the insulation in all those parts, which shouldn't be too hard.
the difference in it.
But yeah, stay tuned. So they ended up falling, so that was a no-go. It worked for like 15 minutes and then they fell. So we're just gonna wait till we put the ceiling panels in to try to get them to stick, I think. Well, the left side is officially 2x2'd up. We still have to put the ones in the curve. We gotta cut those down. But I think we're gonna go ahead and start on this side and get the 2x2s down those sides. And then we may do these ones tomorrow. So here we decided we wanted to go ahead and cut down what 2x2s were gonna go in the curves on the right side that we had already done. And then we decided to go ahead and clamp them on and start getting those ones done on the right side because we were super determined. And we cut down the ones for the other side too. Alright, so another long day at the bus, but let me update you with what we got done. So we had the middle 2x2s up, We got all of the left side 2x2s in and ready for the ceiling. And so plans are, hopefully, we also got some of these cut for this side that needed cut. So tomorrow, hopefully, we can just get started right with the right side or left side, whatever side you're looking at it from, on getting the 2x2s done. And then we just got to put the insulation in and the ceiling. Now it's time for a routine cleanup, because every time we come, it ends up being a mess. So that's what we're gonna do now. We always try to clean up to make sure the bus is ready for the next day. This super cool dinner train passed by, and we continued cleaning. And here's just a quick overview of everything that we got done in a nice clean Rivo Vela. She was looking really clean here, and we were just super proud of our work for the day, and it just felt great. Such a good day, and of course you can see here we were leaving, it was pretty late, but we got a bright and early start the next day. The first thing we wanted to do was test out these awesome curtain rods that an awesome friend gave to us, and they just so happened to match the futon perfectly. So we got to work going ahead and hanging them up here just to test them out. We did bring some curtains we had at the house. So we decided to bring the curtains from our closet just to see how it would work, because they're essentially like the ones we want to get anyways. And this is how it turned out. I think they look really good, and they block a lot of heat and sunlight from coming in, so super excited. You've got to make sure you test them while in action. And then we got right to work putting this insulation up where these studs were going to go. And I did that while he was drilling and screwing the rest in. We had a nice little system by the time it was said and done to just keep moving right along with getting our ceiling framing done. At this point we were super close, but then I forgot we still had the side curve part. We did those ones, and after 3 technical days of working on the ceiling, the framing is officially finished, and now all that's left to finish the ceiling out is going to be putting the insulation boards up there, and then we will be installing the ceiling panels that we got. One last walkthrough just to take a look at how beautiful she looks, and we just cannot believe how transformed this makes her look already. We just really can't wait to see what's in store for her next. She's already come so far. There's so much planning that goes into this, so when we complete one task, it is just the best feeling. And this one is one of those big ones. We like to explain to Frankie that we're building his house. I think he's wondering when we're going to get this stuff done. And we made a little to-do board with all of the things that we have left to do, or at least the bigger things. So we got to remove quite a few things off of it this weekend, and we're super excited about that. Stay tuned to see what update we have about Rivo Vela next.